Hello everyone. We'll go through the sealed classes. Sealed classes was introduced in Java 15 and it is part of the LTS version, that is Java 17. So what is sealed classes? Sealed classes is basically just the classes which have restriction over the inheritance. So what do I mean by that? So previously we used to have simple classes where you have the main class and then you can extend n number of classes can extend that particular class, right? Now with sealed classes you can restrict that particular inheritance. So just to give you an example, so over here we are having a simple class which is animal. So and we are using the sealed keyword. So along with the sealed keyword, you will have to use permits. So animal, permits, cat, dog, and bird. So these are the three different classes. So animal class is having this method eat. It's like animal is eating. It's a simple print statement. Then you have the cat, which extend the animal, which is the subclass. And yeah, you can extend the animal and then you can use its own method. Okay, and then you can go about it. Just a simple subclass. And then you can have another three classes: cat, dog, and the bird, right? So if you try to break this, so let's create another class, which is I'm just using final. So I can modify this particular class. So final class, let's say tiger extends animal. So when I say animal, so it's trying to extend this animal class. So now it will give me the error that, hey, do you want to add this tiger uh, in the permit list of the sealed classes? So yeah, so this gives the restriction uh, over the inheritance of the classes. So whichever subclass can inherit this, you can control it uh, using the class itself, like the main class itself, right? There are some best practices in order to do that. Just listed that down. So this feature is useful, but you should like limit the number of subclasses and make sure that whichever subclasses you are allowing, it's useful in the project. Just for the sake of it, we should not be doing that. And this is, I think, the general principle we follow uh, across the application while writing the code. Second is plan for future changes. So it's always recommended that we know beforehand, like even before starting to implement things, that what are the potential classes which we might require, so that rework is reduced as much as possible. Another thing is use abstract class and interfaces. So this is the good old Java abstract classes and interfaces which you can always use. Just because sealed classes is there, we should not be like heavily dependent on that. It might have some uses. Sealed classes might have some uses, but if possible, you can always go with abstract classes and the interfaces. And these are like the backbone of whatever applications we write in Java, right? The abstract class and interfaces, right? Then we have avoid deep inheritance hierarchies. So this, what this means is that we know that inheritance is one of the strongest features of Java. Uh, Okay, so since we have the sealed class in place, we should not be making it more complex. Like, let's say, for example, a particular class is there. Okay, let's say animal class is there, and then you have reptiles and mammals. Okay, and then you have cats and dogs, something like that. Okay, so if you try to make it more deeply inheritance, it becomes much uh, complex when you want to modify or do some changes in any of the subclasses. Then you'll have to go through the hierarchy, and then you'll have to go to the main class. Okay, and then you'll have to do the changes over there. You'll have to permit all the things from the top down. So should be avoiding as much as possible. I'll add this particular example over here. I'll add it in the YouTube description below. Okay, like this explains it like nicely. Like what do I mean by this particular thing? Okay, document your code. This is the one of the best practice, not specifically to sealed classes, but in general, Java whenever you are trying to write the code, right? So write the comments as much as possible, like what are you trying to do with that particular method, or what are you trying to achieve with that class, right? And what is the reason behind adding those uh, uh, permit classes, right? Like why are you adding this cat, dog, bird, and all those things, right? So this is one of the new features. If you are trying to migrate to from Java 8 LTS version to Java 17, let's say, because right now 17 is the LTS version that I've got April 2023, right? So yeah, this might come handy to you if you are just trying to have more control over your classes, or the if you want to control your inheritance of your particular class, right? So yeah, thanks for watching.